Hi there girly boys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Olive and as you probably know from Instagram, I like to wear different kind of clothes, even if I'm a biological boy. Today I will try to guide you to change your wardrobe, let's say it like this. I don't know, probably you are bored of your manly clothes. But yeah, men's fashion is boring, so that's why I started to change a little bit, at least for internet and probably as soon as possible for the entire world. But I was asked a lot about, hey, what should I buy first? I want to start cross-dressing. What should I buy first? And this question might have lots of answers, but not a clear one. For example, for the first time, I bought this skirt. And I used to wear it in the house with my ex-girlfriend and I don't know, just mess around and feel comfortable. So I don't know, from my experience I can say that I would recommend you to buy a skirt. But let's say you will have a restricted budget that will be under $100. So you will not include here, I don't know, to buy a wig for example, because if you have this budget it will be probably unnecessary, and for starters is actually pretty unnecessary to start with wig and even with makeup. But from my experience I was pretty lucky, let's say like this, because my ex, for example, shared with me many of her clothes, so I had already a base. But I remember that back in the day when I was in the closet and I didn't come out to anyone, I used to love actually to wear those kind of dresses. So I might say that the first step that you may want to take is to buy a dress, not actually a tight one, and it's better actually, what I will recommend for you, I don't know, to not feel insecure, or because even if it's, I don't know, unjustified to feel insecure about this, but I heard a lot of people that are telling me that, hey, my shoulders are too big and I'm insecure about this, so what should I do? Well, the first step is not to buy a dress like this. So try to avoid this and try to cover it if you want to feel secure. But from my side, my answer for everything here is to buy anything that is actually comfortable for you, you know. So it's not cold in here, but it's just for the sake of fashion. That's why I'm putting this back. So yeah, what is comfortable for you, you should wear first. And the main advice here is, of course, what gives you confidence, you should wear what gives you confidence, like what makes you feel beautiful. So you're free to choose anything. But let's come back to our subject. And I forget to say this in the introduction, but there are really two types of, let's say, cross-dressers or fanboys. There are two types of us. So there are the ones that are doing this only for fetishism and sexual pleasure, and here it's pretty simple what you should buy first. I mean, there are two things, like lingeries and high heels. So that's it, and probably a wig. But in the other part, where you want to, I don't know, to have a, let's say, lifestyle, or let's say to express yourself, actually, to express your non-binarity, or I don't know, even your masculinity, even your whatever, to express yourself different, or to make a point, like to get rid of that type of fashion, that type of man fashion that it's pretty boring. So here can be very hard to start. As I said, the first thing that I bought was a skirt, but I I cannot remember when I started, because I started when I was 3. So like when I was in the closet, I was about 3 years old. But I know that I used to wear heels, to love heels, my mom's heels. So I know that if you are a starter here, you cannot wait to buy your first pair of heels. So for clothing, as I have said before, before I will talk about heels, for clothing, you can buy a skirt and a bra if you want to go to the very feminine side, or I don't know, maybe you want to make a queer look and you're not need a bra, or I don't know. Anyway, I don't really like this kind of thing that the idea that goes towards the fact that cross-dressing should be the extreme femininity when it comes to a guy that does cross-dressing, for example. So probably you don't need a bra. From my perspective, you will need a skirt, and you can use your boy shirt, any kind of boy shirt. I mean, and you can look fabulous. Or the other combination that you can do is to buy a dress. It seems that in many cases dresses are cheaper actually than cool skirts. I don't know, from my experience at least. And another thing that you may want to buy, as I was saying, it might be heels. But try to avoid to go outside in heels, because it can be very messy and you can lose control, you know. But if you want to go outside for the first time. But let's say you are wearing in-house and you just want to start your Instagram, or you just want to take photos for yourself. I recommend you to not buy actually open heels, because probably that will need for you at least to feel confident, because the site, it seems to be mean actually. You'll need to paint your nails and stuff like this. So I recommend you to buy some kind of ankle boots at first, because you can wear it, I don't know, you can do spring outfits with them, you can do winter outfits and autumn outfits, maybe summer festival outfits, I don't know. So those are my favorites from far. I mean, you can see those in many of my photos. They are the most comfortable thing in the world. Like, I recommend you for sure to try platforms at first, and yeah, those are beautiful, and they were like 20 bucks. So it's too bad that I cannot provide you the link, because they are shipping only in my country. But yeah, those were 20 bucks, so I'm sure that you can find something similar on Amazon. Of course, you can try over the knee boots, because I know that you probably wanted to wear something like this. I don't have stiletto, like I'm not a big fan of stiletto, but of course you can buy one of those. Another thing, after you do this, probably you'll have to go for makeup, because before you buy a wig, probably it's better to go with makeup. Try to avoid eyeliner at first. Try to not to do your eyeliner at first, because it can be very messy. I mean, for now, for example, this eyeliner might look good for some of you, but if I don't know, specialist will look at me, will see that those lines are not even or stuff like this, so probably it's not that good. My makeup in general is not that good. So for makeup, try to find a foundation, and try not to buy things from, I don't know, unnamed brands. Try not to buy very, very cheap things. I don't know, you can go to NYX, I shop a lot from NYX. They have a pretty good quality stuff. And yeah, go for foundation, and for some kind of palette, try to avoid cheap palettes. I mean, it can give you some allergies and you may not want. Of course, you need to buy something to remove your makeup, because maybe you'll do this when you're still in the closet, so you have to do this perfectly while you're hiding. And I know that this might sound stupid, but it seems that we have to hide. I don't know why, because of the society, fuck society. Well, and of course lipstick. Who doesn't love lipstick? So those are the three stuff, and probably mascara, let's say. But here it's a very good note. Mascara is the hardest part to remove from the makeup, so it may last on your eyelashes. If you are cross-dressing in the night, it might last till, I don't know, maybe 12 hours sometimes. So you have to be careful with this if you are still hiding, to not be discovered, you know. So yeah, those are the main tips for makeup. And after this step, I already passed that $100 that I tell in the beginning, but those are like my steps, the best starter pack that I may say, I don't know, that I thought about this. And then you will probably want to buy a wig, I don't know, or probably grow your own hair. Of course, you can buy earrings like this. I mean, you don't have to get a hole in your ear. Those are clips, so I recommend you those. And of course, you can buy nails, fake nails. Like, it might look disgusting at this point because I don't have those in my hand, but it looks like this. And you can remove and reapply them. What else I may tell you about? Maybe a jacket? Who knows? But it depends on you, because you have to find your style. This is very important, to find your style. And the most important thing is to not listen to many people, like to not listen even to me. I mean, I tell you to buy a skirt at one point and to buy a bra. Maybe you don't want to wear a bra, maybe you want to wear a bra and you don't want to wear a skirt, you know. So you have to find your style. And you'll encounter many people that will say that, hey, but you want to look feminine and blah 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 and stuff like this, and you don't look feminine. Well, tell them to shut the fuck up, because this is not about that. I mean, we are not their fetishes, and we should not behave like what they are considered that a crossdresser should be like, or a woman should be like, because this is very toxic. So thank you very much for watching. This was the starter pack, let's say like this. Probably I'll do another video in some mounts that will be the same, because those are keep updating as long as my experience will go. So probably I will change my mind and I'll put them in another order. For example, I forget to include tights here, which are very important because it can cover your legs if you're feeling uncomfortable, because I don't know, probably you are not shaving your legs or stuff like this. Yeah, so this was my video for today, and see you next time, and stay awesome.